Evil.
Evil can evil.
Yeah.
Proud.
Ready, son, take it. One, two,
a kind of a dream song, but it is in real time because I am imagining that Shah Rukh is following me around the place and he's on the bus with me and he's on the road with me, whatever. I am playing a character who is a girl who works in a cancer ward, who's basically a social worker, and she is a girl who's basically very tough, who's very practical, but very giving in terms of she wants to make life bearable for people who are probably on their last, they're on the last rows of life, and she's somebody who wants to put a smile on everybody's face. And she meets Shah Rukh on the road one day when he's trying to, jump over a painting of the god on the road because he's trying to Bhagwan ko bacha raha tha main. And she tells him, she says, you're going to save God and your God would have just killed you. So she's an extremely practical girl. And there's a very cute scene there where they meet, and it's very strange kind of meeting. And she likes the guy. He makes her smile. So she comes home and she's thinking about him, and she imagines that he's, she's sitting on the bus while going home, and she imagines that he's there, and she imagines that he's walking on the road with her. So it's kind of an imagination in real time.
वो लाइट में से चल के खड़ा नहीं किया क्या वहाँ पे कोई? कुछ ना कोई। Pooja, when you're going forward, no, don't go this side. Yeah, okay. Good, first class. Okay.
So far in Hindi films, whenever there's been a love triangle, one or the other person sacrifices for the other man. Either two friends, either one boy sacrifices for the girl, or there are two girls and a boy. Now, like this film and there are some other films I know of, they really fight for it.
Yeah.
So do you think the trend is changing? Do you think our films are going realistic? I mean, in real life they wouldn't.
See, I don't know. I feel that, I think we have Shah Rukh to thank or blame for that. Somewhere he did change the trend in terms of Bazigar, and he played a character. He was not afraid to do that. He played a character and it paid off for him. He was not saying that I'm being hero, I'm playing a villain, or I'm playing whatever. He played a character and it paid off for him, and I think, you have more films like that being made today. And, I think it is more real because, eventually we all know that if there are so many angles to a love story, it's not very practical to think that somebody will always back off. Why do things have to be hunky-dory and pretty all the time, And this is different because I guess here nobody's backing off. Here everybody's saying that, okay, what the hell, I'm going to go for it and I'm going to fight for it. And that's what makes Chaahat interesting, I guess. शनिवार है ना. Yeah, well, violent in the sense it gets violent because see, it is primarily about Shah Rukh and Anupam, who have a very interesting father-son relationship in the film. And they come to Bombay because Anupam is, they discover that he's suffering from cancer. And because he's got to pay for the treatment, Shah Rukh goes and works, he's a singer too, he goes and works in this hotel which is run by Naseer and Ramya. Now Ramya is a character who gets totally obsessed with him. She's had a very traumatic relationship before, and she has a series of relationships that get very intense and get totally suicidal. And she is totally obsessed with Shah Rukh, and somewhere he has to play up to her because he has to pay for his father's treatment. And his relationship with me in the meantime kind of, enters a stormy patch because of that. And he kind of sells himself to her because he's got to raise the money. And I understand that, and I walk away from his life, but then he realizes that no, he can't do that because he is in love with me. And it's very violent in the sense it is Ramya wants him at all cost, and Naseer is playing a brother who would do whatever, but he's going to keep his sister happy. So it kind of gets it is violent, but in a very real way. It's not just action for the sake of action. So it deals with human wants, which is just very obvious. I mean, she wants him, and Chaahat comprises of lots of interesting relationships and very interesting characters. Like Anupam and Shah Rukh's relationship is a father-son relationship, very interesting relationship. Even my relationship with Shah Rukh is again a boy meets girl, whatever, but it's treated very differently. Ramya and Shah Rukh's relationship, Ramya and my relationship, Naseer and Ramya's relationship. So it's normal conventional relationships treated very differently. And I guess that's what makes it different. So I guess people should just watch it.